Welcome, everybody. We're back here on a Thursday night. I know everybody missed us last week, but we took the week off getting ready for the playoffs, and they start tonight here at Texas. We got 100 laps here tonight, and we got 16 playoff drivers, so this is going to be one hell of a race here tonight. We're excited to be back. All kinds of fun stuff going on. You're going to hear about a lot of things here tonight. Veterans 48 fundraisers kicked off. It's doing really well. Jamie, we got a lot of really cool stuff going on, and we got the playoffs starting.
Yeah, this is what our second
Hmm.
playoffs that we've run, and last time I wanted to do it, this time I want to do it. We need to add that Jim Mora, the whole
Oh,
playoffs. We need to get that
no.
added in there because
No.
that would just be awesome to kick this off with. But
Uh,
it's playoffs, man. So round one at Texas, it don't get much better than that. So we got these guys are gonna have 2 weeks to make the cut to the next level, and I'm sure tonight's gonna be exciting. Everybody's gonna be wanting to punch that ticket to push through to the next round, and it's probably gonna be some really, really good racing.
yeah, absolutely. And as you check it out on screen right now, these are your 16 playoff drivers here this evening. Nathan Summerville was our regular season champion, along with his 2 race wins. So he's going to start with the points lead. So as we and of course the playoff format, in case no one knows, we've got the round of 16, which is going to be 2 races. Then we're going to drop it down to 8 drivers for 2 races, and then our championship 4 will be at Auto Club as we always do. But your 16 playoff drivers are here tonight. Everybody's got a shot. The points reset. You got some bonus points for race wins and where you placed in the regular season. But it's got to be tight, and it all starts tonight here at Texas. So looks like qualifying is wrapped up. So we'll get to our starting grid as we look at the starting grid here this evening. Looks like Cody McIllwain from Goat Locker Racing and that number 6 machine takes the pole here this evening with a lap time of 30.170. And JB, he was the only truck in the ones in practice and now in qualifying. So driver number 6 got a lot of smoke under the hood tonight.
Absolutely. Well, we really worked with him hard last week, so I don't expect anything less.
That's true. That is very true. Starting at his outside is going to be Joe Yakes from Indy Autosports in that number 87 machine. Starting third, Nathan Somerville in the number 1. To his outside, another Indy Autosports entry of Regis Clark. Christopher Morris Jr. in the 03 is going to roll off 5th. Goat Locker Racing's own Jake Ellingson in the number 27, rolling off 6th. Starting 7th, another Goat Locker Racing driver, Ryan Pendleton in that number 23. Jimmy Mullins rolling off in 8th position in the 66. Starting 9th, the 4th Goat Locker entry, Alex Cruz in the number 5. And then rounding out the top 10 here this evening is Brandon Wallace in the 99. Good to see him out here. Starting 11th, Timothy DeLugas in that 59. And then Jake Fast Ham is going to start 12th.
All right, rolling off 13th, we got the number 38 of Greg Barnett. Starting 14th, number 85, James Goshen. Starting 15th, number 70 of Tommy Cook. Starting 16th, really surprised to see him this far back, but the number 9 of Trevor McManus. Starting 17th, number 41, James Coffin. Starting 18th, number 17 of Michael Yakes. Starting 19th, 00, John Anthony. Starting 20th, the number 21 of Anthony Radel. Starting 21st, Lanford Nation, get on your feet. It's number 25, Colton Lanford. Starting 22nd, the number 24, Greg Sherman. Starting 23rd, number 28, Tommy Osborne. Starting 24th, number 12, Dustin Harrell. And rounding out the field tonight, number 64, Matt Knights.
Good to see a great group of drivers out here tonight. 25 trucks going to take the grid here this evening. We talked about it a couple different times too. A lot of times when these playoffs starts, guys that aren't in the playoffs, it kind of dwindles off. But we brag about them all the time, Jamie. But our truck series drivers are the best damn drivers out there, and they come out to compete every week. And I think it's so awesome that we've got a field of 25 here tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, as we get ready for the kickoff of the playoffs here. I know these guys are excited as well. Texas is a very unique track. Some guys enjoy it, some guys don't. Turns 1 and 2 is just incredibly different. It's this very high banked, wide sweeping corner. that really, if you're not careful getting back to the gas, I think we're going to see a lot of trouble here tonight. It's coming off of turn 2.
Yes, it can be very loose there on exit, which, it's really a change from Texas of old. Texas of old, turn 2 was really difficult to get off of because it just wanted to push out to that wall. But now it's like complete opposite. Not sure when that changed, what caused that to happen, but it's definitely different than what it used to be. And pace truck is off. We're getting ready to get this underway here, folks.
Waiting on that green flag to come out. Cody McIllwain takes the green flag, and we're underway. Joe Yakes is going to hang his outside right now. Nathan Summerville sitting back there in third. See Regis Clark with a little bit of a slow start up there on that high line right now as these trucks begin to start to sort themselves out. And everybody's going to want to get those trucks down below just as quick as they can.
That looks good right there. Big field coming off of turn 2. Everybody got through cleanly. Nice start.
Cody McIllwain out to the point. He will lead lap number 1 here tonight. Goat Locker Racing Truck Series Playoffs, round of 16 from Texas Motor Speedway. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in here tonight. Looks like we got some Fast Ham fans in the Twitch stream tonight.
Yeah, that's self-promotion.
It probably is. No one shaking. It absolutely is. Now, looks like the field has got themselves sorted single file. Big movers or shakers right now. As they're going to get sorted out, the top 5 are exactly where they started at, running 1 through 5. Cody McIllwain's pulled out to a little bit of a lead here. He's got 3/10 on Joe Yakes right now.
And Joe Yakes was definitely fired up for this race. He's posted a couple times on Twitter today about the playoffs starting tonight. He posted a video of got an early caution here.
Looks like Greg Barnett has crashed. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. We'll see here as we follow along with Greg Barnett. He's in that number 38 machine right there down low. Oh, looks like the truck twitches, gets up into another truck there. Oh, catches Anthony Radel as well. Jim Kaufman in the number 41 caught up in this mess. Tough break there. It's like he is towed back to pit road right now, so tough start for Greg Barnett here tonight. That brings out caution number 1 here tonight. Now with all of these races, yes, folks, I still realize the race rewind graphic is messed up. You'd think somebody would fix that by now. I'll get to it. But, they are limited on sets of tires. They've got 4 total sets, 3 more tire changes. So really when these drivers are looking at this, they're looking at, I've got to at least get 25 laps out of each set of tires. So not going to see any takers on pit road right now. Maybe some of the damaged trucks that got wrapped up into that, but going to have to try to save these tires. Because a lot of times, Jamie, what we see here at Texas are long green flag runs.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure, we ran here before, I just want to say last season, and it went from green to checker without any cautions. Multiple green flag stops. It was a really awesome race. So we're not going to match that tonight, but still expect that there'll be a lot of green flag laps here, and should just be very few cautions.
Yeah, while we're under caution here, let's check in on some of our drivers. There's Joe Yakes sitting back there in second position right now. Nathan Summerville running in third. As we take a look at Regis Clark here, he is running in that 4th position. Christopher Morris Jr. running back in 5th. Ryan Pendleton is up 1 spot right now in that Veterans 48 truck. He is running in 6th. Jake Ellington's been showing a lot of speed here tonight. He showed it in practice and in qualifying, running in 7th. Jamie Mullins in that 66 Air Force machine running in 8th position. Alex Cruz in that Gill Insurance Advisors number 5 running in 9th. Brandon Wallace still running back there in that 10th position. And there's old Fast Ham sitting back at 11th. Timothy DeLucas in the 59 truck runs in 12th position. James Goshen running in 13th right now. Trevor McManus has moved up to 14th position. Tommy Cook is sitting in 15th. Lanford Nation needs to raise up. He's moved up 6 spots to 16th position. Michael Yakes running back in 17th position in the number 17. There's Matt Knights running in 18th. Tommy Osborne in that number 28 machine running in 19th position. Greg Swervin Sherman in the number 24 running in 20th. Dustin Harrell in that nice looking John Deere machine running in 21st. There's John Anthony in that cool looking pink and black 00 running in 22nd. Running 23rd is Jim Kaufman and that number 41, and it looks like Anthony Radel and Greg Barnett still sit on pit road. And that rounds out our field for right now. We'll head back up front as they have stacked up 2 by 2 here. Lights are still on the pace truck, so at least one more lap to go.
I'll tell you why we're under caution here. Something important we need to talk about is this Veterans 48 fundraiser, and talk about the job that our guys are doing and our viewers are doing with this thing. We're now up to $540 donated through Twitch, and we have another $60 being donated via check. So that brings our total right now to $600. So we are halfway to our goal, and this is just the second week of May. So we are well on our way to meeting our goal for this fundraiser. So just a rundown of who's donated. We've gotten donations from Greg Barnett, Ryan Pendleton, Jake Ellingson, Mike Browning, Mama Ellingson, and Tommy Osborne. All those folks so far have donated, and we appreciate it very, very much.
Hey man, Goat Locker Racing donated as well.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes. we started the donations. That is correct. You're right.
Oh, that is so awesome to hear. And man, I love these drivers. I love the fan support. I love the family support from the Ellingsons as well. Just awesome, man, to get this thing really kicked off and rolling. For those that have paid attention, we are huge supporters for Veterans 48, and it has been just such an honor to be partnered up with them. Tomorrow night we are going to run a charity race just for Veterans 48. We're going to be in the asphalt sprint cars at North Wilkes-Barre Speedway. We're going to do something completely out of the norm for Goat Locker Racing. We're going to have heat races and a main event and all kinds of crazy stuff, so be sure to tune into that to watch a bunch of guys that have never raced in that car go out there and try to put together a race. Well, I think what's really going to happen, Jamie, is Ryan Pendleton is just going to stomp all of us because it was kind of his idea, and he is our resident sprint car dirt guy.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely set y'all up for that. So, pace truck's off. Cody has control of the field. We're getting ready to get this back underway.
Great launch by the number 6 there as he clears everybody by a long shot.
We're going to bring Nathan Summerville along with him.
Well, we're watching them kind of battle here back through the field. We're still battling. Nathan Summerville does clear for that second position. Christopher Morris is now underneath Joe Yakes trying to take over the third position. Again, this is just going to be a matter. And track position is really key. To be the leader of these races and control these restarts, I mean, it's just a huge advantage. Pan out here and check out the racing that's going on right now. Christopher Morris has cleared for that third position right now. Jake Ellingson has moved up into the 5th position. Joe Yakes settled in at 4th.
And Joe Yakes is under fire right now from Jake Ellingson in the 27, who's gotten to the inside and is looking to make a pass, put Joe Yakes back another spot.
Here now, Joe Yakes. Here comes Ryan Pendleton underneath. And it looks like Ryan backs out of it just a little bit there. I know we talk about him a lot and all those kind of crazy things, but I'm telling you, Jake Ellingson has really, really improved over these past few months here.
Yes, he has.
He has shown up to every single race with some speed. Man, that kid puts a race together, and he's going to start finding victory circle often.
Yes, he is. He's not easy to beat anymore.
No, he's not.
I gotta be honest, I'm really a little concerned about this summer. I'm we're going to be at a disadvantage equipment-wise and stuff. And I don't know I'll even be able to keep up with him while I'm gone. So that's going to be a little bit embarrassing today, to be honest with you.
You know, hey, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to agree with you. I don't think anything would make me happier to watch that kid pass me for a win.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so we'll have to see here. But we got a great race going on here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Again, thanks to everybody that tunes in and comes and checks us out. Been some good racing here. We're coming up on lap number 13 of our scheduled 100 here tonight. This is round number 1 of the playoffs. These drivers have been going at it for 10 weeks. And now the playoffs have begun, and we got 5 races to figure out who our champ is going to be. Continue to watch some of these trucks here moving up to the field. Lamford himself up in 14th position, so he's having himself a good night. Trevor McManus has worked his way up to 10th position right now, so after a very uncharacteristic qualifying session, he is making his way up to the field. He's making the move on Brandon Wallace right now to move himself up to the 9th position.
Jake Alex has now gotten around Christopher Morris as he continues his march to the front. Oh yeah, that's doing something right there. I don't care how you look at it. I mean, Christopher Morris is a very accomplished driver, and Jake made that look pretty easy.
Yeah, Christopher Morris is a very accomplished driver. I mean, he's got over a 5,000 I rating, so if you go out there and you put a pass on him, I agree, Jake, you're doing something.
Summerville is closing up on Cody here. Things a little interesting up for the lead.
Yeah, a lot of times here at Texas, it's hard to kind of get some separation unless you get longer in the run here. The draft comes into play a little bit. You're going to get a little fast. Jake Ellingson making a move for 2nd place now. Golly.
We caught him well last week as well.
He has got that truck glued to the bottom, powers it up off there, makes the move on Nathan Summerville. Here comes Christopher Morris trying to get underneath that number 1 machine.
Hope he's not overdriving this truck and using up his tires doing this. I mean, he's making a lot of ground here on these roads.
Right now, Jake Ellingson does have the fastest lap of the race at 30.3. So he is definitely putting a lot of wheel into it here, and he may be, kind of using up that equipment. Man, he is showing a lot of speed here tonight as he has moved all the way up into 2nd position. Don't look out. Trevor McManus continues to make moves up to the field as well. He has moved up into 7th position, one of our biggest movers, up 9 spots from where he had started.
Yeah, definitely no surprise there. Surprise we couldn't start that far back. He's usually a pretty good qualifier, but must not have had a very good lap tonight. But he's making that ground up now. So
check in on Ryan Benton running in 5th position right now, up a couple spots from where he had started. He carries that Veterans 48 on his truck, and I tell you, every time we talk to him, we get a chance to interview with him. He is so super proud and honored to be able to run that paint scheme and carry Veterans 48. Especially, in the months that we do our fundraisers. He has been so super stoked about getting the Veterans 48 fundraiser kicked off. So awesome to see that that number 23 machine having himself a good night here tonight.
We got a new leader, folks. Jake Ellingson just drove that 27 truck to the point.
Look at Christopher Morris along with him.
Yeah. Impressive. I mean, I can't really say much better than that. That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm speechless but I kind of am. I mean, he's out there making moves on guys like Christopher Morris and Cody McIllwain, and man, that boy's got a lot of smoke under the hood here tonight. As that number 27 machine is now out to the point.
Wow. I'm going to tell you, I really think we're going to have to start instituting a camera rule Because again, I'm kind of going to question whether that's really Jake driving the truck tonight or if they haven't put Pagan in the seat. I got a feeling, something tells me the Ellingsons are pulling something slick on us here.
He's the one with the microphone, so he's the guy like talking in the chat. He's like, "Oh yeah, turn one or whatever," you know. And Pagan's actually in the seat. I get it.
We need video proof. Yeah, Mike, that's what we're all questioning. I mean, yeah, is Pagan the one driving that truck? I have a suspicion that's what's happening here. Jake's just trying to take the credit for it.
He continues to lead here tonight, and he's keeping Christopher Morris at bay right now. Cody McIllwain has fallen back to third position, with Nathan Summerville right behind him. Ryan Pendleton running in the fifth position. Joe Yanks is settled in sixth right now. Trevor McManus, we've kind of watched and cataloged his run up through the field. He's moved up in seventh. Alex Cruz running solidly in eighth position right now. Regis Clark down 5 spots from where he started, but still solid top 10. Tommy Cook rounding out the top 10 tonight. So great job, driver number 70. Head back up front here. Check in on our leaders. There goes Christopher Morris. He's going to make the move to the inside.
Not so fast.
Jake's going to get a nice run up off the corner and keeps the lead. Continue to lap around here. Go ahead.
I think I just saw Jake waving his finger out there, giving him the old Matumbo, not today. But, quite the battle going on up here. Christopher Morris peaked again, but decided not to try it again this time. Falls back in line.
Not today. Wow.
I mean, look, we got the top 5 within a second of each other. I mean, this is really a great start to this race. I mean, this is, a little wiggle there for the 27.
He is absolutely driving the wheels off that thing. He completed 25 laps here tonight. 1/4 of the race down. Jake Ellingson came to the point and has been able to stay up there. Christopher Morris hot on his tail right now. Cody McIllwain running back in third place, our early leader and pole sitter. Nathan Summerville running in fourth. Looks like he has come under fire from Ryan Pendleton as they head off into 3 and 4. Joe Yanks is going to sneak up between this battle here as Nathan Summerville runs it real tight down in the corner. I tell you, Jamie, this thing's starting to get that green flag look to it.
We got a new leader here. Christopher Morris puts the 03 to the lead.
Great pass there. And we will go back and take a look at the pass for the lead. As we see here, as they're coming to the start-finish line, Christopher Morris able to get that run, sends it down into turns 1 and 2. Not a lot Jake can do. Ends up pushing up a little bit. Put driver number 3 to the point. Again, none of these trucks are really going anywhere. Cody McIllwain's still sitting back there in that third position. I believe he's just taking care of his equipment at this point in time.
And now we got Ryan Pendleton has made his way around Nathan Summerville to move up into fourth.
Oh, here comes the crossover. Not quite, not able to get there, so got to move Ryan Pendleton up into that fourth position. And here comes Joe Yanks. He's going to take a look underneath Nathan Summerville. And this is going to drag Trevor McManus up into this battle as well.
Jake Ellingson tried to make that pass on Christopher Morris to retake the lead, and they were awful close in the middle of 1 and 2, but that's going to cost Jake a position as now Cody McIllwain moves to the inside and clears him through 3 and 4. Yeah, it's definitely one of those tracks where if you're going to make a move, you better hope it works, because if it don't, you're probably going to lose a spot or 2.
Again, even after losing the lead there, Jake Ellingson's still there in the top 3 right now. So gather that truck back up and get back up there and make another charge. his way up as well. Really, when you look at some of the fast lap times here tonight, again, Jake Elliott still holds the fastest lap of the race. Cody McIllwain, has only run a 30.49. Again, I think he's taking care of those tires, not trying to push them too hard. And I tell you, of the top 5 drivers right now, Ryan Pendleton has the slowest lap of the race. So again, another one of those smart drivers who's taking care of those tires. Christopher Morris continues to lead here tonight. Our third different leader here. All of them green flag passes, and been some really great racing here.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to let folks know that's watching the broadcast, I know we had put out that we were going to have a special guest tonight, and we really tried hard to make that happen. Unfortunately, at the last minute, she just couldn't get Discord to cooperate. She couldn't hear us. We couldn't hear her. So we're going to have to reschedule that for another time. But, we're going to try to do this Veterans Spotlight thing during the month of May while we're doing the Veterans 48 fundraiser. And tonight's Veterans Spotlight was supposed to be for Karen Marini. Karen's a 20-year retired Navy chief, aviation electrician's mate. She was a member of the Blue Angels, and she's a historic member of the Blue Angels because she was the very first female crew coordinator, otherwise known as the front man, now called the front chick, for the Blue Angels. So that's how do I describe this for folks who really don't know any better? Basically, she was in charge of all the enlisted. She coordinated the whole, what you would see at the show, the whole pageantry of everything, as far as getting the pilots into the airplane, doing the start, getting the launch. That all fell on her shoulders. And again, she was the first one in Blue Angels team history, first female to hold that position. So I was really looking forward to having her on here and getting to hear from her tonight. But unfortunately, it didn't work out, so maybe we can do it next week, or we'll definitely get it worked out where we get it back on. But definitely don't want people thinking we just threw stuff out there and didn't follow up with it. Technical difficulties prevented it from happening.
Yeah, and it's, as everybody knows what we do here at Go Locker Racing, and our motto is, built by veterans, for veterans, and we do a lot in the veteran communities, and we always want to highlight our drivers, but also for the month of May, bring in some other veterans to tell their stories, just to give our appreciation to their service and all that too. So we'll get it together, and we'll get some cool people on here to talk about a lot of cool stuff. We're going to watch really great racing and raise some money for an awesome organization there in Veterans 48. So a lot of really good things going on right now here in Go Locker Racing. And no better way to kind of kick a lot of this off than a great playoff race here at Texas, which is exactly what we're seeing right now.
Absolutely, and pit stops have begun. I've seen a couple drivers announce they're making their pit stops. I know Nathan Summerville and Regis Clark both brought their trucks down pit lane, so we'll have to see what the leaders do as we're completing 38 laps here in Texas.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on some of these pit stops and how this all cycles out. But yes, the green flag stops have begun here. Jake Ellenson has faded back just a little bit here. Ryan Pendleton staying in touch as well. Cody McIllwain still right there on the back of Christopher Morris. So moving around a lap truck right now.
Yeah, I mean, Jake's falling back a little bit, but I mean, he's still within.
Oh, yeah.
Still within a second of the leader. Actually, even with the lap traffic, he just closed in a couple tenths on that lap. So, yeah, I mean, he's definitely hanging in there better than I expected when he charged in the lead like that. I was really afraid he used his truck up, but he's hanging tough.
We'll just have to keep an eyeball out here and see when these leaders decide to come down pit road. We are coming up on lap number 40 of our scheduled 100 here tonight. There's been a lot of great racing. One early caution, and the field's kind of sorted itself out. Just like the last time we were here at Texas, we've had a lot of great competitive racing and a lot of green flag racing. Again, we'll go back and check in on some people. Greg Sherman snuck up into 9th position here. He's at 14 spots from where he had started. Got a few people that have come down pit road, gotten their pit stops taken care of. We'll have to see how that all starts to shake out because Joe Yates is, got himself a lap down right now. And so has Kirby McManus and Nate Summerville. So it looks like Indy Autosports is on a different pit strategy right now as all of their trucks, except for Jake Ham, have come down pit road already. Cody McIllwain making that move for the lead. So he gets underneath Christopher Morris here, heading off into turn 3.
Like he's gonna make that pass on the exit 4. I think, maybe. I don't know. Christopher Morris paddles back. Cody McIllwain does lead the lap, but they are still side by side.
Continue to battle side by side. It'll bring Jake Ellison up into the fray. Cody McIllwain given a lot of room here tonight. I think he could have slid up a couple times there. He's given all kinds of room here tonight. Love seeing the flames come out of the tailpipe as those guys get out of the gas. Oh, and caution has come out, so those trucks that have pitted will be dropped that lap down or have to stay out and get that wave around. Cody McIllwain will be your leader. Go back and see what happened. Regis' car has crashed.
Oh no.
As we keep an eye on that number 2 machine here. We'll see what happened here as he heads down off into the corner. He is above Timothy DeLugas. Timothy pushes up, catches the rear of that number 2 machine. Round he goes. He's got a decent amount of damage to the tailgate there, but tough break there for Regis. This will bring all of our leaders down pit road. And again, those drivers that pit, they're going to have to stay out and take this wave around. It will definitely jumble up the field. And it's going to put those drivers on a little bit older tires and towards the back of the field.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, they're in a tough spot. But I guess you got to get your lap back. There's too many of them to, you can't count on all those guys being able to get the lucky dog, get enough cautions for that to happen. So, but they're going to be at such a disadvantage with these tires. I mean, they already were not keeping pace with the leaders as it was. So now to be at this being offset with the tire situation is not going to make that situation any better.
No, and they're going to restart back at 19th and 20th position. So they're going to start at the back of the pack with older tires. So we'll have to see if those guys can recover from that kind of strategy here. We'll keep an eyeball on it for sure. Cody McIllwain wins that race off pit road. A very tight race off pit road, but he wins that one. Ryan Pendleton with a great stop there, moves into 3rd. Looks like Jake Ellison comes off 4th. Alex Cruz 5th. So all four of the Go Locker Racing trucks in the top 5 right now, Jamie.
That's what I like to see. Now if we could just get them all around this 03.
Hey, we've seen driver number 27 do it, so.
That's right. Yeah, back to the story I was telling before the first caution came out with Joe Yates. I know he's got to be so disappointed right now because he was so fired up about this race earlier today. A couple tweets they sent out about it. One of them was a video of a truck that just absolutely sent it off this ramp. Got huge air, and obviously the end result was not very good. But this just showed how hyped up he was for this race. So I know this is not the run he was wanting. But all you can do at this point is just keep digging, and hopefully it comes back to you.
Yeah, you pick your strategy and you just got to live with it, and when you get into the green flag stops and all that stuff, you and your team, we always do it, JB, when we're sitting on our team channel, we kind of game plan some things out from the very beginning of the race, tires and fuel, and we talk about it on different pit stops, what our strategy is going to look like. And you just kind of war plan the whole thing out. And you hope the pieces kind of fall into place. And that's always the biggest gamble on these green flag stops. If you decide to short pit, because of the strategy you and your team have worked out, and a caution comes out, well, that just all goes out the window.
Right.
So hopefully those guys will be able to recover from that and get back up here and dice it up. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we finally get a Land for Nation sighting in the chat here. 11 SRT8 with his Let's Go Colton. They've been awful quiet tonight, unusual for them.
It's really quiet in the chat tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Get some people fired up. Playoff racing has been a phenomenal race here tonight.
In fact, I'm not even seeing Papa Ellingson in the chat. I see Mama Ellingson.
So these trucks get stacked up 2 by 2 here, and we saw the way rounds go around. We'll keep an eye on our playoff drivers. But Cody McIllwain's going to lead us back to green with Christopher Morris to his outside. Jake Ellingson's going to restart in that 4th position with Ryan Pendleton in 3rd. Alex Cruz going to restart in 5th. Jake Ham in 6th. Jamie Mullen 7th. Greg Sherman up to 8th. Brandon Wallace 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be James Goshen.
That's a solid run for Uncle Greggy tonight. I mean, he got it up there, but now he's kept it there. So, sometimes you can make up some spots with the, different strategies playing out, but he's definitely worked his way up and is keeping that spot. Hey, Brandon Wallace still hanging out in the top 10.
Yeah, good to see him out here.
Yeah.
Good to see a few of these guys. Glad to have, Land for Nation out here and Colton back racing with us. He's a great guy to have out here racing. And another one of those drivers, kind of like Jake Ellingson, that he's going to find victory. He's just got to put a race together, find a touch more speed, and he's going to find victory. Green flag has come back out. Cody McIllwain with a great restart there. Here comes Ryan Pendleton underneath Christopher Morris. It is going to be a Goat Locker freight train underneath Christopher Morris as all 4 of those trucks are lined up nose to tail. Jake Ellingson and Ryan Pendleton, they touched there a little bit. Everybody trying to keep it gassed up to get past Christopher Morris. Great piece of driving here by all of these drivers up here in the top 5 right now. That Veterans 48 truck and Ryan Pendleton up to 2nd.
I just heard from Mama Ellingson. They're actually driving right now. So Pop Ellingson is pulling a trailer. So obviously he doesn't need to be chatting away while he's doing that. So, but that does add to our conspiracy because that means Mama Ellingson's not at home to verify whether or not it is Jake in the seat of this truck or not.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. We're going to run this one to ground, folks. We're going to figure this out. But in the meantime, Cody McIllwain continues to lead here tonight. He's got his teammate Ryan Pendleton right behind him, running in 2nd position. Christopher Morris running in 3rd right now. Jake Ellingson continues to have a phenomenal night here tonight. A little fast Ham up in the top 5. This is the first time we've seen him up in the top 5 tonight, up 7 spots from where he had started. Jake Ham starting to make some noise up here in the top 5. Go back in and check it on those other Indy Autosports trucks that started towards the back. Joe Yates has moved his way up to the 14th position right now. He's got Trevor McManus in 15th and Summerville in 16th. So they're starting to move their way up. Regis Clark, who was involved in that accident, is back in 22nd right now. So they're starting to work their way up. I think JB they'll get to the top 10, but I think that's where they're going to stall out just because of tires and competition. We'll head back up front here, check in on our leaders.
And now, well, Mama Ellingson is saying that they have Pagan with them, so.
Okay. Guess we just have to go with it. We are now halfway through the race here tonight. First round of our playoffs of the Goat Locker Racing Truck Series. Ever wondered what it was like to race around out and chase the leader, Cody McIllwain. Let's go behind the wheel of that number 23 machine. Take a full lap with us. Gets 3 and 4 right now. Texas Motor Speedway having that quad wheel up front. We see heading down into turn 1 and 2. A lot of off gas time. Kind of feathering it through the middle. Back to full throttle up and off the corner. 3 and 4 is not a whole lot of off pedal time here. Just kind of breathe it getting in and then back to the hammer. These trucks are all about momentum and carrying momentum around the track here. There you go, folks. That's a ride with Ryan Pendleton in the Veterans 48 truck as he tries to chase down his teammate, Cody McIllwain, for the lead here tonight. Here comes Jake Ham underneath Jake Ellington.
Yeah, Jake looked like he bobbled a little bit in the middle of 1 and 2 there. I'm not sure if he got a little bit of the apron, kind of washed him up his head, and then Jake Ham to get around him here.
Battle side by side, crossing the start-finish line here. Jamie Mullen starting to move up into the picture as well. Jake Camp will clear Jake Ellingson here. Too many Jakes.
Yeah. They're running too close together.
Yeah, it's almost like a tongue.
The 27 comes right back, gets back to the inside of the 3.
Great battle going on here for that 4th position. Give it to Jake Ellingson that lap. Now they're going to head down in turns 1 and 2. Jake Ham that time taking a much higher line. Going to try to use the momentum off the corner. Great battle going on here. Looks like Jake Ellingson will clear it in 3 and 4. Put him back to 4th position. Then back up in and check in on our leader as this race for the lead is starting to tighten up. So Ryan Pendleton is stayed about 2/10 to 3/10 behind our leader. Christopher Morris all over the tailgate of Ryan Pendleton right now. Our top 5 within a second, call it top 6 within about 1.1 second of each other. Move back to 7th position, and there's Alex Cruz, 2.1 back. I feel like I keep cutting you off. Say, man, shut up. Give somebody else a chance to talk.
I'm just, so impressed with how competitive this race is, especially up in the front. Ryan Pendleton and Christopher Morris are basically just a little bit of difference this time around, but for several laps, they've just been glued to each other. Christopher Morris running right in Ryan's tire tracks. That's not easy to do, and they've been doing this lap after lap. It's like super competitive.
Yeah, it is very competitive here. Watching these guys, nice left up front. A lot of great racing here this evening. As we're coming up on lap number 60, so 40 laps left to go here tonight to settle it out for our first race in the round of 16 and the Goat Locker Racing Truck Series playoffs. And I tell you, Jamie, we talked about it in pre-race a little bit. And Cody McIllwain's been a teammate of ours for a very long time, he's got some points and times where he's just not running really well, and I think that happens to all racers. And then he's got points and times where that man is damn near unbeatable, and he has been absolutely on fire as of recent. We started the Cruise Classics Next Gen Series. He dominated both of those races, and has just been strong everywhere he's been so far. So, good time to catch fire for driver number 6.
Absolutely. I was getting a little worried about him because a few weeks before the playoffs started, he was definitely in one of his slumps that he can go through at times. And, I think when he has a bad race or so, he starts just getting in his own head and compounds those problems for himself. But he's out of it now, and man, like you said, good timing because playoffs starting tonight. I mean, he might just roll the table on this thing.
Yeah. And, I'm just going to reflect back again on the next gen series, just what a driver he is. So we did 60 laps at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we did 125 laps last night at Nashville Super Speedway, and he's led every lap except for 5. So out of 185 laps, he led 180. I mean, just absolute dominance. And he's been doing the same thing here in the trucks and super late models. And, just anything he's really been getting behind the wheel of. So good to see him catching fire. And had a strong night here tonight. Here comes Christopher Morris, the number 3 machine. Looks like Ryan Pendleton's starting to fade back a little bit. And I've seen a couple different times. The back end of that truck just kind of sliding out of the corners. And I think he's kind of heating up that right rear right now. Jake Ellington continues to stay in touch with our leaders. He takes a second back from our leader, Cody McIllwain. We'll go back through the field here a little bit, and Jake will let me know if we've got a pass for the lead here. But let's check in on some of the other drivers here. Here's old Jamie Mullins running in that Air Force number 66. Great to see him out here having a good night. James Goshen running back in that 8th position, number 85. Greg Swervin Sherman still solidly here in the top 10, running 9th. Joe Yakes has now moved himself up to the 10th position, so as kind of predicted there, he's gotten himself up to the top 10. Colton Lanford from Lanford Nation running 11th, one of our biggest movers, up 11 spots. There's Trevor McManus, another one of those drivers that had to take that wave around, running 11th position. Brandon Wallace running 13th right now. There's old Tommy Cook in that green number 70, running in 14th position. Matt Knight's in that 64, running at 15. Nathan Summerville not been able to really work his way up through the field like some of his other teammates there. He's got some right side damage. He's sitting back in 16th position right now. Dustin Harrell in that John Deere number 12, running at 17. There's Jim Kaufman in number 41 and 18. John Anthony in that 00, running 19. Timothy Lucas running at 20th right now. Mike Higgs 21st. Regis Clark is still not able to really recover. He's all the way back to 22nd. We see Anthony Radel sitting on pit road. Tommy Osborne running back at 24th. There's Craig Barnett running at 25th. So we'll head back up. Cody McIllwain continues to lead this race.
And Mike Browning pointed out that he was the one that led those 5 laps that Cody didn't lead last night. He says that those were the best 5 laps of his life.
Well, we ain't really around here.
Yeah, Mike Browning, he definitely, last night he definitely had a different line than what the rest of us were able to run, and he was making it work.
Yeah.
It was a couple misfortunes with that next gen car cost him a chance to win that race, but he was definitely getting it done.
Well, I can tell you what the line was. It was called full send.
Yeah.
Mike Browning was sending that car. Like, there was a few of us, and if you go back and watch the broadcast and comment, it was like, holy smokes, that boy is sending. I don't know how he made it work. I don't know how he made it stick. Well, obviously, a couple times it didn't stick. Yeah, that move was called full send.
All right, well, 11SRT8 is saying, I guess my mic is not sounding good again.
That's not too bad. I don't know what it sounds across the broadcast.
I don't know.
It's a little crackly, but not too bad. Christopher Morris is now closed up in on the number 6 machine of Cody McIllwain. Is that the?
Go ahead.
Is that the headset you got off Wish.com?
Well, it is my kid's headset, one of his backups. So, I had to pack up my other headset last night after the completion of the next gen race. So, just having to work with what I got right now.
Right now, Cody McIllwain trying to keep that number 3 machine behind him. Christopher Morris right now might be just a tick faster. Ryan Pendleton's kind of closed back up here as well. And Jake Ellington hanging around, still within a second of our leader. Start to see these trucks just start to slide the rear end coming out of the corners here as the tires are starting to wear out. They've been out there for almost 30 laps at this point in time. Most of these trucks made it back on lap number 43. So we're coming up on lap number 73. My public math tells me that's 30 laps. Hold your applause. Definitely a tale of two lines right now. Cody McIllwain taking a little bit more of an arc into the corner, while as Christopher Morris is taking more of a shallow entry. These guys continue just to kind of play a little bit of a cat and mouse game here as they continue to kind of switch their lines up a little bit, try to figure out where the other guys are not running. As we kind of continue to watch the lead here, do definitely want to take a chance to talk about all our great sponsors here. Chris, don't try to make a pass for the lead while I'm trying to do my sponsor, man. Doesn't he know better? I have to pull him to the trailer later.
Yeah, Christopher Moore's on his own agenda.
He typically is. Fun guy to race with, though. Absolute blast to race with. I mean, and one hell of a wheel man.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, settle down. I got to get through it. I got to mention the sponsors. All right, we're just going to go. But we've talked about all night long Veterans 48 and the awesome things they're doing. Please head over to veterans48.org. Check them out. Check out all the great things they're doing. Check out the things they want to do. That's the whole reason we're putting this fundraiser together. They want to do some awesome things for some veterans, and we want to be able to contribute to that. I know our drivers do. I know our audience does. So please head over to veterans48.org and check them out. Smash that donate button. However, whatever. Let's raise all the money we can possibly raise for them. But, as you can see up your top right-hand side, Jam Printing and Promotions, which is the title sponsor of Cody McIllwain's truck, another great veteran-owned business. There's Gill Insurance Advisors as well. They've been with us from the very start. Alex Cruz runs them as the title sponsor on that number 5 machine. And as we continue to kind of talk through we got Redbeard Design as well, another great veteran-owned business. He's the one that actually designed all of the. Whoa! Coming to pit road. Here comes Cody McIllwain. And I think that kind of tripped up Christopher Morris there, because Christopher Morris had to get on the brakes real hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Cody announced that entrance to pit road or not. I heard a couple other people do it, but kind of dicey there. I hope he made the call and let Christopher Morris know. But
all the Goat Locker Racing drivers on pit road right now. Look like a pretty clean entry for everybody. Keep an eye on these. Some of these other guys continue to come. And here comes Christopher Morris down pit lane. Ryan Pendleton is away from his box. There goes Cody McIllwain. Jake Ellington. So clean stops there for the Goat Locker Racing drivers. And we'll have to continue to watch as some of these other drivers just start to make their pit stops. I'll get the words out eventually. That will move Jake Ham to the lead. James Goshen into second. Joe Yakes third. Trevor McManus fourth. I imagine those Indy Auto Sports guys might try to take this one. Well, I don't know. They are definitely have some different strategy here tonight. So we'll have to see what those guys do.
well, Cody he's a lap down right now, but he is out in front of Joe Yakes, who's in third place. So that really don't bode well for the 87s, because I'm pretty sure he's going to have to pit again.
Yeah, absolutely. As Trevor McManus has already hit. All these drivers will have to make one more stop here this evening. But Fast Ham out to the front right now. And here comes Cody McIllwain. He's going to catch old Fast Ham pretty quickly here to unlap himself. Christopher Morris is all over the back of Cody McIllwain as those two drivers look like they've come out pretty much nose to tail as they were before. So good pit stop there by Christopher Morris. Cody McIllwain does Yep, unlapped.
Unlapped.
That's a big move right there because you want to do that as fast as you possibly can because you've got a mixture of tire strategies going on right now. So Cam's getting out of the way. Christopher Morris unlaps himself. That'll put 10 trucks back on the lead lap right now as we continue through this cycle of green flag stops. Keeping an eye on our leader. Keep an eye as the rest of these kind of trucks can start to cycle around too. You know, as the cycle goes through, Cody McIllwain will definitely cycle back to the lead here. Ryan Pendleton unlapped himself.
And I got to be honest with you, I'm really not sure what the Indy guys are waiting on unless they think they can get to the end. Once Cody unlapped himself, there's no reason for them to stay out on the track at all. Unless, of course, they think they've got enough fuel to make it to the end.
You would think if they did, though, Jamie, none of these other drivers would have come down to pit road. So they may be running a little bit long here, praying for a caution to kind of flip the track position around. But even Trevor McManus came down pit road and grabbed himself a set of tires. So I think there's a little bit different strategies going on here, but we'll just continue to watch as Jake Ellingson has also unlapped himself. Cody McIllwain has moved up to the 6th position right now. We've got 16 laps left to go. We continue to watch Jake Ham out here pacing around the field.
He's made his way up to 7th.
He's all the way up to 5th right now.
How am I behind?
I don't know.
I'm live. Interesting. Oh, now he's up to 5th.
Let's take a look at Cody McIllwain running up in 5th position right now. Gaddis is continues to cycle his way through. He has put quite the gap on Ryan Pendleton now is in right behind him. Christopher Morris has fallen way back. I don't know if Christopher got loose or had troubles with the lap vehicle or something. Ryan Pendleton has moved around Christopher Morris, and I don't even see Christopher Morris around. He's fallen way back of him. So, but 15 laps left here to go. Jake Ham continues to pace the field here tonight. Last time Jake Ham was on pit lane was on lap number 43. Joe Yates was lap 44. Nathan Summerville was back on lap 35, so no way Nathan Summerville's making it to the end. Now it's just our top 4 drivers are the only drivers that have not come down pit road.
Hey, Cody is flying right now.
Yeah, he is absolutely out there. He is a second and a half faster each and every lap. Don't know if Jake Ham stays out, if he's going to be able to catch him. It's going to be interesting. As we see now, we've got 11 trucks on the lead lap. Alex Cruz just unlapped himself. As we continue to wind the laps down here.
And Nathan Summerville is bringing the 1 truck to pit road.
We'll take a look at his pit stop here. It's down to pit road speed, so that'll still leave Jake Ham, Joe Yates, and Matt Knights that have not come to pit road.
Hey, what have you shown that 25 Colt Lanford? That is a sharp-looking truck he's running tonight.
I haven't focused a lot of time on it, but that is a damn good-looking truck. I agree with you, Jamie.
I'll tell you another thing we need to do for the next playoff season. We've got to have these guys use up their truck to denote who is in the playoffs. We dropped the ball on doing that.
Yeah, absolutely on that one. But as we continue here, the laps continue to wind down, Jamie. Maybe those drivers know something we don't. They continue
My
to lap.
grounding says that Jake has been working on fuel saving, but I don't see how he can save that much fuel. I mean, he would have to go, what, 57 laps?
Yep.
He pulls it off. Good on him.
Yeah. Like I said, if he stays out, I mean, no way Cody McIllwain's going to catch him. Cody McIllwain will probably catch the third place truck for sure. That'll be about as far as he's going to be able to make it. As Matt Knights now hits pit road. That leaves 2 trucks out there that have yet to pit. That is Jake Ham and Joe Yakes. As laps continue to wind down, this one's going to get interesting. 9 laps left to go. Check in on Cody McIllwain back here. As he finds himself 17 seconds behind our leader, Jake Ham. Trevor McManus behind Jake Ham right now, trying to lap himself. That'll put us back to 11 trucks on the lead lap. Laps continue to wind down. 8 laps left to go. Cody McIllwain has made a ton of time at this point in time. I don't know if we're just gonna have to watch it.
I mean, if Jake Ham pulls this off, this is going to be impressive. I don't know. I just really don't know.
I mean, at this point in time, you've kind of made your bed. So if you run out of gas, I guess you run out of gas. That's a hell of a gamble, though. Continue to lap around here. We're coming up on 6 laps left to go. Jake Ham continues to lead. Again, him and his teammate Joe Yakes have not been to pit road since lap 43 and 44. All other trucks had come down pit road at some point in time here to get fuel and tires. So we continue to watch here to see if Jake Ham and Joe Yakes are going to be able to stretch this thing out. Caution has come out.
Oh, no.
Joe Yakes has crashed.
Oh, no.
We'll watch. Oh, he's already sideways into the corner here. He gets real loose. Down onto the inside. Oh, and then somebody gets into him and turns him around. He had the truck saved. But, wow, that's going to... All these drivers will come back down pit road for a fresh set of tires. I guarantee that. That's going to put Jake Ham to the lead of this thing, but Cody McIllwain's going to be right there. You know he's going to be hungry. So I don't know that this was entirely a bad thing here. This is going to be a finish tonight, Jamie.
Man, wow. I mean, I gotta say, I'm disappointed. Well, I'm disappointed for Joe, first of all, that happened. You know, what a great recovery from the way things were going for him earlier in the race to get back to second place. But I'm also so disappointed for Jake Ham because I really wanted to see if he was going to be able to pull this off. Now we'll never know.
That's true, man. I suppose you're right on that one.
I mean, he can tell us all day long if he stays in the top 3 and we interview him. And, I mean, he could tell us he was going to make it. We don't really know.
Because Joe Yakes was able to stay in second position here because it's just such a big gap. So we're going to see all these drivers come down pit road. Well, I stand super corrected. So the only drivers come down pit road are Jake Ham and Joe Yakes. Everybody else stays out.
I thought I saw Christopher Morse.
Well, there might have been a couple,
Yeah,
but a lot of drivers.
Christopher Morse came down pit road. Cody McIllwain definitely stayed out. Brian Pendleton, Jake Ellingson, Nathan Summerville, Well, he's a lap down, so pits will be open for him this time around, I guess. That should turn the lead over to Cody.
Oh, okay then. Wow. So the Goat Locker Racing team decides to stay out. They are the only 4 drivers that look like they've stayed out. JB, that's a little bit of a head scratcher.
Well, it's going to be a green-white checker, though.
True.
Cody's going to control the restart. He's got 2 teammates between him and whoever else. Whoever's going to be next in line. I guess it'll be Joe Yakes.
It looks like Jake Ham is the first one to come on. Yep.
Okay, Jake Ham won off pit road, so yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it. I kind of like it for Cody. I'm just not sure I really like it for Ryan and Jake. I think maybe they're being the sacrificial lambs here. Well, excuse me, he's going to have all 3 of his teammates because Alex Cruz is in front of Jake Ham as well. So, yeah, that's 3 trucks Jake's got to get through just to even get to Cody. So, I don't know that he's going to have enough laps to do it even with the tires.
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous.
There's a few laps on these tires now for those guys. Then, you know, always the threat of spinning tires on the start. You know, so.
Well, the difference in tires is going to be 20 laps, so that's pretty significant.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to sit back, relax, and well, I don't know about relax, but we're going to sit back and you know, watch the end of this race for sure. And to see how it all plans, you know, kind of plays out a little bit. I mean, we've seen so many different things happen this season, or tonight. You know, through pit stops, through strategy, guys staying out, you know, guys short pitting. Now we come down to this thing, and we've got, you know, some drivers staying out. Some came down pit road. You know, the big winner of this whole thing is going to be Jake Ham and Joe Yakes. I mean, they kind of flipped the track position there a little bit. They're going to be the first 2 drivers on fresh tires. I mean, they're going to have to fight through, you know, 4 Goat Locker Racing trucks to try to get up there and take this win here. But I'm nervous.
Like I said, I think the key here is that Cody's going to control this restart, and they can't go with him because you got Goat Locker Racing trucks in front of them. So I think Cody's going to be able to scoot away far enough that they won't be able to catch him. But again, I don't think this is going to play out well for Ryan, Jake, and Alex.
Well, lights are off on the pace truck here, and so we're going to find out.
Jake Ham with his Bob Ross post again. I guess he wants to paint himself some happy little checkered flags somewhere to finish this thing up. Again, I'm not sure why he's posting in chat, not paying attention to driving here, but I guess he can multitask.
Alrighty, the trucks are stacked up 2 by 2. The pace truck's going to hang that hard left. This is our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Cody McIllwain will have the lead of this with all of his Goat Locker Racing teammates behind him, but they are on older tires. Green flag's out. He gets a decent jump there. All his teammates going with him. And we're going to see these guys on these fresh tires really try to get aggressive and come up through the field here. Jake Ham gets underneath Alex Cruz right now. Ryan Pendleton and Jake Ellingson running side by side. There's Jake Ham trying to make a move on Ellingson to the outside. Ellingson kind of moves up a little bit, stalls him out. Stalls him out again.
There's really nowhere to go. So, again, one more lap.
Oh, Jake Ellingson gets turned around. He did take the white flag.
Though.
Yep.
All right.
White flag is out. Final lap.
Just not enough. Going to be a good finish for Jake Ham and Joe Yakes, but just not going to have enough time to catch Cody.
Jake Ham makes a move to the outside of Ryan Pendleton here, but not going to be able to do anything with it. So there's going to be a 1-2 finish for Goat Locker Racing. Cody McIllwain wins here tonight.
Playoff, boys. Great job. Great effort by Jake Ham.
A couple wadded up trucks here. We'll have to sort all that out. Joe Yakes, Jake Ellingson and Joe Yakes. It looks like Chip Kaufman down there smoking.
Look at Trevor McManus. We weren't even really talking about him, but he finds his way into the top 5.
Yeah, it must have scooped through some of that carnage that happened there as they were taking the white flag, and we're trying to dissect that a little bit here. We'll take a look here and see if we can't pick it up. We are already too late into it there, so we'll try to back this up here a little bit. Stay with me, folks. As we see Jake Ellingson right here, he's going to be kind of caught in the middle. As he's coming down, Joe Yakes has already got a nose underneath him. I don't think those guys realized they were 3 wide. Takes Jake Ellingson for a hell of a ride. You see Trevor McManus be able to scoot by. Christopher Morrison to the side of the 27. See Joe Yakes spinning down to the inside. Brandon Wallace head on into Joe Yakes. Nathan Summerville, Jamie Mullins gets caught up into it as well. And we just see a few trucks continue to pile in. Regis Clark into the back of the 03. Yeah, and it's just, Colton Lanford gets airborne on top. It does a backflip over Jake Ellingson. I'll give him
points for Lanford Nation.
I'll give him a 7.5. Didn't quite stick the landing. And here comes the rest of the trucks that just continue to pile into this accident. And Jake Ellingson just getting used like a pinball here. But let's go back live to Cody McIllwain here. I think we're going live. Are we going live? Is anybody on the track still? Anybody?
Cody's done with his burnout, so.
We missed all that. And there's old Jake Ham just hanging out. All right, fine. I figured we would have celebrated a little bit more than that. Well, the race didn't disappoint.
No, not at all.
What a phenomenal race. And, you get into those last lap things and all that stuff, and I guarantee right now Jake Ham's watching the stream because he just started doing donuts. He's like, I'm the only truck on the track, and the stream's on me, so I'm going to flip some donuts. But you get into those situations, old tires and new tires, and I mean, that right there between Jake Ellingson and Joe Yakes, that's just one of them racing deals, man. I don't think Jake had any idea he was 3 wide or Joe was coming up on him like that. He's just trying to make the quad oval. Those 2 trucks connect, and it's at the front of the field, and just mayhem ensues from there. A great piece of racing out of Cody McIllwain here tonight. So let's go ahead and grab a hold of Jake Ham since he wants the spotlight and have a chat with him. Hey, Jake, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, that was a pretty exciting race. And first questions first. No. I'm going to leave that one for Jamie. Hell of a run here tonight, man. I mean, back and forth, up and through the field, and then you were able to bring that truck home in 3rd place. So just take me through your race here tonight and how you brought it home in 3rd.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about how it all worked out there. I got super nervous at the end. I was like, oh no, man, should I have pitted sooner? And it all ended up playing out, having the new tires, getting back up there, and we got a good run. And Go Locker guys threw some good, not blocks, I guess, just some good, wholesome racing. And so I just didn't have an opportunity to get a good run to get up to Cody, but it was fun there at the end. That I love it. I love this league.
Well, Jake, I mean, all right, we all want to know, man. Were you going to be able to make it to the end?
I was wondering if you guys were talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
I was conserving. I dropped back, so I was in the group of the 4 or 5 guys ahead of me. And I was like, oh, man, I just need 1 gallon of fuel. 1 gallon! And so I kind of pulled back, and then I was going to tuck in behind Cruz. He got too far ahead of me, and I wasn't able to hang in with him, so I did have to, unfortunately, pit no matter what.
Oh, man, 'cause we were definitely talking about it. I mean, you were inside of 10 laps, and I'm thinking, man, if, I guess maybe he's trying to run this out till the very last second in case a caution comes out, but I was pulling for you. I was hoping that was going to work out, because that would have been tremendous fuel savings for you to pull that off. I think we saw you pitted last on lap 43, so that was going to be 57 laps you were going to have to make. And if you could have done that, man, that was going to be impressive. But regardless, I mean, top three here to start the playoffs. Other than a win, you couldn't really ask for much more, man. So congratulations. Anybody you want to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Yeah, thanks to Indy Auto, our sponsor. Obviously, Go Locker for hosting it. Appreciate the league, and then Mike Browning for his awesome paint schemes.
Yeah, stop driving in circles, Jake. I see you. I see you. Well, congratulations, man, on a hell of a. I mean, strategy worked out for you. It all worked out, man. Love having you in the league. And stop driving in circles. Stop. Stop. Okay. I feel like I'm talking to one of my children right now. Congratulations on a third place finish, man. Get the hell out of my broadcast booth.
See you guys.
The whole time, Jamie, he's like just driving in circles because he knows the camera's on him. Like slow circles. He's just driving in circles. Driving me bananas, man. Freaking Jake. Oh, fast ham. All right, let's grab a hold of Ryan Pendleton here, our second place finisher. Hey, Ryan's patting Jamie up in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you guys. How you doing?
Good, man. I mean, great run out of that Veterans 48 number 23 machine. You kind of hung around the top 5 all night long, and then you get up there in the second and third, and there at the end. I mean, we were able to get that truck into second place and hold on to it, man. So just take us through your night and how you got this podium finish.
All teamwork. I mean, you guys probably saw it all night. We had all those goat locker trucks up there working together. Cody made a great call on our pitch strategy. It almost worked out perfectly. It ended up working out. It almost worked out perfect. But yeah, just huge shout out to my teammates. But same plan I always kind of have. You know, I just want to be up there towards the front, stay out of trouble. And anytime I finish a race right behind Cody's bumper, I know I'm doing pretty well. So I'm getting pretty used to that.
Hey Ryan, congratulations on a second place finish here to kick off the playoffs. We saw you took a conservative approach compared to some of the other guys out there. But so how was the drop off with that truck tonight over the course of the tire run?
Yeah, it would definitely drop off. I was trying to save mine a little bit for some of those longer runs. I was expecting long runs. I was trying to have a strong truck towards the end. 1 and 2 is tough. That's where you definitely find you can lose a lot of speed and you just cook that right front. 3 and 4, it frees up the car a lot after about 20 laps on those tires, 15, 20 laps, but it's manageable. But it becomes a handful pretty quick if you don't have fresh tires. So it's definitely a big strategy race tonight between fuel and tires for sure.
Yeah, and we definitely got to the long green flag runs. What did we have? I think a total of 3 cautions.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely good quality racing tonight. So, again, Ryan, congratulations on a strong finish. Anybody want to thank, shout out, sponsors?
Yeah, very happy to get this Veterans 48 Goat Locker Racing truck in second place tonight with being our fundraiser for them. Hopefully you guys, I wasn't able to watch the broadcast while I was driving. Hopefully we got some big donations. I know I donated.
Yeah, we're up to $600, man.
There we go. Let's keep going. You know, keep donating. It's huge. It means a lot to everybody. It's an awesome cause. So just thank you to everyone who has donated, and then everyone at Goat Locker Racing, all my teammates. Hate it for Jake tonight. He got caught up in that last little incident. But all the sponsors at Goat Locker Racing, Jam Printing and Promotions, Travis Lee Creative, Cruising Classics, Performance Center, and there's everyone that helps this league do what it does. And then obviously you guys for broadcasting and putting everything together. Huge appreciation.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations on a very strong night here tonight, and good to see the Veterans 48 truck have a good finish here. So get out there and celebrate that second place finish, and we'll see you next week for race number 2 and round number 1.
Sounds good. Hey, let's get some guys out in that sprint car race, asphalt sprint car tomorrow. Let's race some more.
Hey, we were talking about it. You know, we've talked about it tonight. You know, we've raised $600 so far for Veterans 48. We've got our charity race tomorrow and the asphalt sprint cars at North Wilkesboro. We've got heat races and all kinds of craziness going on. We're definitely giving away a hat to the winner of the race tomorrow because I threw the gauntlet down and said, hey, if we could raise $100 today, and everybody, I guess, laughed at it because I think we've raised $400 today. So we're going to also give away some stuff to the heat winners tomorrow. So if you want to come out and race with us, definitely come race with us. But please tune in because you're going to see a bunch of knuckleheads that have no business driving these cars trying to go out there and pretend like we can.
Yeah, that's right. 800 horsepower and an 1,100-pound frame. So put your big boy pants on and come out there.
Well, I'm gonna get after it. We're gonna see what happens. Congratulations on the win tomorrow, Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. You know it, and I know it. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. As I said before, he's our resident sprint car dirt guy for sure. All right, let's grab a hold of our race winner, Cody McIllwain. Hey, Cody, Pat, and JB up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, damn, man. How many races you gonna win?
I don't know. I'm gonna win. You gotta ride these hot streaks when you're on them, man.
Yeah,
We'll get as many of them as I can.
The appropriate answer is all of them.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
There we go. Well, one, man, congratulations on another very strong run here tonight and another strong victory. Congratulations on making the next round of the playoffs. You are locked into the round of 8, so that's going to be, you can breathe a little bit of sigh of release going into next week's race. But, man, what a strong run for you and that Jam Printing Promotions 6 machine here tonight. So, man, just take me through your race and how you brought that truck home with another win.
Yeah, dude, it was just we were just sweating the strategy the whole time. You know, none of us really knew what the best call was. I'd have loved to have seen. You know, we were going to one stop it. I think the Indy guys were 2 stop, and I'd have loved to have seen how that was going to all play out if it had stayed green. But yeah, I don't know, man. We just we stayed up there, and you know we had the caution right there at the end, and you know if I hadn't had my teammates with me there, I was in big trouble. But so we just all decided to stay out for a green white checker and just get wide there, and they we were able to do it, man, and bring it home. And I just can't thank those guys enough because I definitely couldn't do it without them. Wouldn't be here without them.
Well, Cody, man, congratulations for pulling off this win and kickstarting the playoffs in style, man. I mean, phenomenal run tonight. Very competitive race, so you really had to work for this one tonight for sure. What we saw, I don't know, 4 or 5 lead changes tonight, all under green flag conditions. So, man, just phenomenal job. So, I mean, how much you contribute your win tonight to all the effort that we put in the last week, getting you ready for this?
Just like to thank y'all for putting on this awesome league, man, and what y'all do in the broadcast booth. We appreciate it.